Hello everyone. Today I would like to discuss on the income tax which is to be prescribed for become fifth semester under RCU. Here the income tax subject is divided into 5 units. The first unit, the introduction; second unit, exempted income; third unit, income from salary; then fourth, income from house property; then income from business and professions. Let me discuss one by one here. The first unit, introduction, that is meaning and terms used. Before going to the syllabus here, I would like to introduce something regarding the tax and the income tax. The every government, they have to be incur public expenditure. To invest in the public expenditure, the government need the public revenue. The major source of the public revenue is the tax. It may be the direct tax or indirect tax here. The direct tax, you know very well here, if the person or an assessee is directly paying any tax to the government, that is the direct tax. Suppose here any person or an assessee is not paying direct tax to the government, that should be called as indirect tax. When comes to the income tax here, suppose the income tax is a type of the direct tax, and that income tax is to be applicable where an assessee is to be receiving any salary or income received from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession, income from capital gain, or income from other sources. Here there are major 5 heads of income is to be there for calculation of tax liability under Income Tax Act. One is to be income from salary, second one is income from house property, third one is income from business or profession, fourth one is income from capital gain, then last one income from other sources. For the every government or the central government is expecting to collect the more revenue from the public for betterment of or for better providing the services to the needy people. They have to be invest the huge capital. The major revenue is to be taxed on that year. While computing the tax liability, these major 5 heads is to be considered along with some exemptions. And come to the our syllabus here. The first part is the introduction. The meaning and terms is to be used. Under the Income Tax Act, some important terms is to be used. That is the person. The person, he may be the natural person or what you call human being. Assessee, who is paying the tax as per the Income Tax Act. The assessment year. Here, the assessment year, the previous year, the income. What is meant by income here? The definition and the concept. The assessment year, previous year, and the income. These are the more important terms used in the Income Tax Act. Then gross total income. By considering the major different 5 heads, then you will get the gross total income. And here the next one is the total income, next deemed income, then a rate of income tax which is to be applicable, because here whenever we are paying the tax liability, the government is to be fix the rate of tax on the basis of the income level. Here normally, and the slab rate is to be different from person to person here. In case of normal person, the slab rate is to be different and the exemption limit is to be different. In case of the super senior, the slab rate and the exemption limit is to be different. In case of the senior person, the exemption limit and the slab rate is to be different here. Normally, in case of the normal person, if suppose sorry, in case of the normal person, the exemption limit is to 2,50,000, next 2,50,000 5%, next 2,50,000 20%, next 2,50,000 30%. This is the slab rate here. And in addition to this one, education cess and other cess is to be 4%. This is the rate of income tax. Then in kind of the business and professions or the other than the salary, it should be different. If suppose here the short term capital gain 10%, long term capital gain 20%, in other cases it should be 30%. And the income tax authorities, who is to be considered the income tax authorities, and what are the kinds of assessment is there? Assessment procedure and the PAN, that is permanent account number. These are the concept which is to be discussed under the first unit, that is the introduction of income tax. Then second one is that exempted income. Here all the income is not to be taxable. Here some of the exempted income is to be available under section 10, that is the agriculture income. You know very well, the agriculture is backbone of our nation. That's why here the agriculture is to be fully exempted under section 10 of the Income Tax Act. Under the second unit, first we have to discuss regarding the agriculture income, the meaning and aggregations. What is meant by agriculture? What different activities to be considered for agriculture under section 10, and the practical problems on exempted income concerned only with individual and the partnership firm. Here some of the problems you have to solve regarding the exempted income. Then come to the residential status. Residential status, it should be on the basis of some determinants, and here the residential status is to be classified into three: ordinary resident, non-ordinary resident, not ordinary resident. On the basis of how many days a person is to be living in India or outside in India, that should be the residential status. And incidence of tax and the residential status of individuals only, and some of the problem have to be solved on the residential status. This is the second unit. Then third one, the major heads of the income, that is first one, the income from salary. What do we mean by salary? What are the other allowances is to be added to the salaries? What are the perquisite? It means that other financial benefits available to the an assessee. Then retirement benefits, it may be the pension or it may be the provident fund, recognized provident fund, unrecognized provident fund, then pension funds, public provident fund, etc. Then what are the deductions to be available? Computation of income from salary, how to calculate the income from salaries, and the practical problems on salaries. These are the concepts is to be covered under the third unit, that is income from salary. Then fourth one, income from house property. House property you know very well here, and here there are two types of property. One is to be LOP, letter property. Then second one is self-occupied property. Here some of the important terms is to use here: annual value, gross annual value, standard deductions, deduction under section 24, right? And letter property. In case of the house property, it may be a letter property. You have to calculate the income from house property. Suppose if it is SOP, then you have to calculate the income from house property. Deemed to be letter property, what are the deductions to be available? These are the things to be discussed under the fourth unit. And the computation of house property income, practical problems on house property. You have to be calculate actual income from house property in case of LOP and SOPs by considering some deductions available. Then comes to the fifth one, that is income from business and professions. Here the basis of charge. The first of all, you have to know the what is meant by business, what is meant by profession. It should be applicable only for the individuals, and see the difference between the business and the profession. Business is to be different, right? The profession is to be different. Basis of charge, meaning of business, the depreciation, what is meant by depreciation, and other permissible deductions. Here if some of the deduction is to be in respect to the business, it should be permissible and allowable expenses under section 32, 37. If any amount is to be incurred for the business purpose, it should be allowable. Then disallowable expenses, some of the in some cases here, any expenses to be used for personal purpose, it should be disallowable in case of income from business. Then computation of business income. Here you have to, by considering the depreciation, allowable expenses, disallowable expenses, incomes, you have to calculate the income from business. Then income from profession. The professionalist, it may be the lawyers, auditors, doctors, right? These are the persons to be included in income from profession. The basis of charge, meaning of profession, what do you mean by the profession? Computation of income from profession of lawyers, doctors, chartered accountant, architect, right? These are the persons to be considered under the professionist. Here you have to calculate the income of lawyers, doctors, chartered accountant, and architects. Here the practical problems based on the receipt and payment. Here, and what are the sources of the income is to be there in the form of receipt, and what is the expenditure in the form of the payment, and the income and expenditure account. These are the, this is the whole syllabus of BCom 5th semester. This is the syllabus. I explained briefly regarding the syllabus, and in next video I will go with the first unit of the income tax, that is introduction, that is the meaning and other terms to be used under the Income Tax Act. Thank you one and all.